Good morning and welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, so it is my weigh-in and meeting topic review. So this week's weigh-in, I expected a gain since we had a decent amount of takeout this week and with all the construction and everything going on. If you saw my video the other day, I talked about how sometimes our plans do not go as planned. But I was pleasantly surprised. I got on the scale and I had a 0.2 gain. And to me, on maintenance, it's not really a gain because maybe I didn't go to the bathroom or something like that. So yeah, it was a good weigh-in for me this week. Now, sometimes it takes a couple weeks to catch up with me, so we will see what next week brings, but I'm happy with that. So on to the meeting topic. Lower your smart points in the kitchen. This is right up my alley. Because I love to take family favorite recipes and lighten them up a bit. And you know what I always say, whatever you eat and do to lose your weight, you are going to have to do for the rest of your life to maintain it. So learn early on how to fit in those family favorites, how to lighten up those family favorites. And that's what this is about this week. It says banana bread. Been there, baked that. After months filled with cooking and baking some more, you've mastered the kitchen, or are straight out of ideas for trying. Now it's time for a summer of savvy swaps, fresh tips, and free reign to experiment. Our Smart Points system was created with flexibility in mind, meaning you can still enjoy your favorite foods and reach your weight and wellness goals. No matter what foods you choose, enjoy them. And that is so important, because if you eat something just because it is low in Smart Points and it's not going to satisfy you, I'm sorry, my nose is itchy. It's not going to help, because, you know, I see so many times on my Facebook group and I get so many emails saying, oh, I'm craving a Hershey bar so bad. What can I eat in place of it? Nothing. Because if you are craving that Hershey bar, the only thing that is going to stop that craving is probably a Hershey bar. So instead of getting the king size bar, instead of getting a regular size bar, get a mini. Eat it slow. Taste it. Put it in your mouth and don't chew right away. Taste it. Savor it. 9 out of 10 times, that little tiny, either a Hershey miniature for 2 points, or even the little, what do they call them? Fun size, snack size bars. What are they? 4 points. That will satisfy it. You don't need the king size bar. So feed those cravings, just do it in a responsible way. That's the key. It's the portion control. And face it, those first 1, 2, 3 bites, they taste better than bites number 12 and 13. They just do. It's that feeling of it, and they taste great. By the time you get on a regular size bar, by the time you get halfway through, you're not even tasting it anymore. You're just eating it. You don't have that euphoria. So try that kind of swap for sure, but definitely feed those cravings. And I'm not saying do it every day, because you shouldn't have those cravings every day. But if you get a craving and you cannot stop thinking about it, just go for it, because you can eat all the sugar-free pudding, or I don't even know, I'm trying to think of another chocolate substitute. If you really truly are craving something and want something, nothing is going to fix that craving. So go for it. If you are looking for ways to have those favorites and cut back on Smart Points, try one of these cooking and baking ideas this week. Bring on the savvy swaps. So the first thing they say is switch your method. Ditch frying and sauteing, because you're adding oils and fats. Go for grilling, broiling, and steaming. I agree with that for the most part. I do a lot of sauteing. We need healthy fats. One of the best and easiest ways for me to get healthy fats and not overdo it is to saute in olive oil or roast in olive oil. I love nuts, and they're a great healthy fat, but I can easily overdo the nuts. I can. Even portioning them out, I can still overdo them. So I love to saute in olive oil. So I don't agree with not sauteing, but I definitely agree with broiling and grilling and steaming and baking, because you can get so much flavor, especially grilling. We grill all year. I love to grill. And it's funny that it mentions ditching frying. We do not fry a lot of stuff around here anymore. That is the one thing I didn't give up per se, really anything when I started WW, except for frying. I mean, we still fry bacon in the skillet, and every once in a while, like certain things, I do more sauteing than frying. But last night, Doug asked for fried zucchini because, you know, we've been picking zucchini from the garden like crazy. And he's like, oh, fried zucchini. I want fried zucchini. So I said, you know what? It's Tuesday. I have all my weeklies to use, plus more. Let's make some fried zucchini. So I made it. And I'll be 100% honest, I overate it. I did. I was so sick last night. I mean, not physically sick, vomiting or anything, but my stomach hurt so bad. I felt like crap. One, because I overate the fried zucchini, and number two, because I fried it. Now, if I had stuck with like the 2 or 3 pieces or even 4 little rounds that I kind of had in my mind, I would have been fine, but I think I ate 8 of them. Way too much fried. I could not believe how I felt last night. It was horrible, horrible. So that was a really good lesson for me. And once in a while, I need that lesson. Like, remember this next time, Joni, that you go to fry something. A bite or two, not too many bites, because you're going to feel like crap. And how I felt last night will definitely stick with me for a while. So, yeah, good lesson for me. Because you know what? We're all learning constantly. It doesn't matter that I've been on, you know, Lifetime for almost 2 years. It doesn't matter that I've been a Goal for that long. We're still learning constantly, and once in a while we need to be reminded, because old habits can creep back in. And let me tell you, pre-WW, we had fried zucchini at least once a week in this house. Yeah. Now I have made it in the air fryer, and it's very good. It's just a lot more time consuming because I can take my 12-inch cast iron skillet and fry up a whole bunch. The air fryer just takes a little longer, but next time I'm going to use the air fryer. So number 2. Make substitutions. Absolutely. Lean on lower Smart Points ingredients, like swapping no added applesauce for butter or oil in recipes. And it also says to try our fudge ice cream bar cake on the other side, because they do have a recipe on the other side. We'll talk about that in a minute. I definitely make substitutions. You know, if you watch my channel, I love sauces, I love cream sauces, I love gravies, and most of those use heavy cream. I substitute out fat-free half and half now, and let me tell you, I don't miss the heavy cream. They're still creamy, they're still thick, they're still delicious. That is a huge substitution for me. Another substitution is monk fruit sweetener. I use the Lakanto brand, and it is 0 points for any amount, and it is very, very good. Definitely use that. And I do substitute out applesauce for oil. And what else do I substitute? Lower fat cheese. I really try not to use a lot of fat-free products or sugar-free products. But you know, I will substitute out a lower fat cheese, a reduced fat cheese for a full fat cheese on most occasions. So definitely, you can definitely make some really, really good swaps. And a lot of times you can also just decrease the amount, especially with oils and stuff. Like if you're sauteing, if you're making a dressing, if you're making a sauce, a lot of times you can cut that oil in half and still have fantastic results. You just have to play with it a little bit. The next one, spice up your life. It's time to make friends with your 0 Smart Point spice rack. Try adding curry powder or smoked paprika to meat or fish, and rosemary to potatoes or cinnamon to oatmeal. Absolutely, no brainer. Spice it up. You can change the absolute flavor of your food, enhance the flavor of your food with spices. And especially now that it's, you know, summertime here, use fresh herbs. Fresh herbs make a huge difference in your cooking, but definitely add those because it does not add Smart Points. This one's a little, buy parchment paper. Lining pans will cut down on the oil you'll use and the time spent washing up. Yeah, but I just spray it with nonstick spray. So there's, yeah. I mean, I use parchment paper a lot when I bake for like delicate cookies and things like that, but yeah, it's an okay one. I think they were desperate for, you know, another add-on in here. And the last thing they say is just a spritz. Use a spray bottle to minimize how much oil you're using. A little goes a long way. I do this for my roasted veggies. I have one of the olive oil misters. It's not the mist. I have a Misto brand and then another brand. And you just fill it with olive oil and you pump the lid and then you can spray it. It really uses minimal, but you're still getting the benefits of the olive oil and you're not soaking your vegetables in it. I love to spray those real well and then roast them, and it definitely controls how much you're using. So another good suggestion. And that is all they have on their card for suggestions. And if you watch my channel, you know I love making substitutions. I do it all the time, and it's what we do. But I really try to make the substitutions that I know I can stick with forever. I try to use only ingredients I can buy in the grocery store that I don't have to order online, things like that. Things that are going to make this a lifestyle and not a diet. Certain things I don't even substitute out. I just take the points for. The other day I had some banana nut bread pancake muffins, and I used real maple syrup. Real maple syrup is 6 points for 2 tablespoons. I did not need nearly 2 tablespoons. I used a teaspoon and a half, and it was more than enough, and it was 2 points. And I'll take those 2 points for delicious real maple syrup. Sometimes I use full-fat cheese in things because it just needs full-fat cheese, and you just take the points. You use a little bit less, and you take the points. I don't use the fat-free Ready Whip. I use just regular Ready Whip, and I take the points. I just use a little less. And let me tell you, the real stuff is much denser, and you don't need as much. The fat-free stuff is so much lighter that I just feel like you need a lot more. But that's just me. You know, you have to do what works for you. What you can do to sustain forever is what you need to do. The substitutions that you make, you're going to have to continue to do. Just remember that. So make them good substitutions. You know, like, a big one. There's 2 huge ones I see all the time on my Facebook group. And, you know, I'll post a recipe on my Facebook group. And usually I've been posting a disclaimer now saying, yes, I know I can make the points lower by using ground turkey or by using spiralized zucchini, but I choose not to do that. Because the minute I post, we'll just pull something out of the air, sloppy joes. The minute I post sloppy joes, you know, if you use ground turkey, they'd be 0 points. Yeah, I know that. Thank you. We don't really care for ground turkey. The only way we like ground turkey in this house is in turkey sausage. I make a homemade ground turkey sausage to use like sausage biscuits and gravy and stuff. Sausage gravy and biscuits. We like that, but like as far as for like a burger or for sloppy joes or tacos, we just don't care for it, and I don't use it. I'm not going to use that just to lose weight because I don't want to eat that forever. Now that's just me. There are people that absolutely love ground turkey and ground chicken, and I think that's great. It's a lot healthier than red meat for you, but we just don't care for it. Same with the spiralized zoodles. A lot of people, you know, if you use that in place of pasta, put your, you know, chicken piccata over that. Yeah, no thanks. It's just not something we care for. I like zucchini. I like zucchini for zucchini. It's never going to be pasta for me, and I love pasta. Now, I just find some better alternatives sometimes. I am happy to take 6 points for a serving of pasta, but we can get the Ronzoni 150 pasta around us, and it's the same price. It's like 59 cents a box. It's cheap when it's on sale, and it's 4 points for 2 ounces. So I will use that. That is a substitution that I can make for the rest of my life. Now, a lot of people use the carbonara noodles. We can't get them in the store around us. We have to order those online, and they're crazy expensive. They're like $4 for 8 ounces. Number one, I can't sustain that with my grocery budget. And number two, I'm not going to order something online because I'd have to order a ton of it because I would forget and I would run out. So they're the substitutions I choose not to make. Does that make it right or wrong? Absolutely not. Whatever substitutions that you can live with is what you should make. And I know my limits. And I know that I'm not spending $4 for 8 ounces of pasta and having to order it online. I'm gonna go to the store and buy a box. And if I can't get my Ronzoni 150, Barilla Protein Plus is 5 points. If I can't get that, I'm gonna eat regular pasta for 6 points, because 1 cup is plenty when you're having it like as a side dish, or when you're having it something like shrimp scampi served over it. It's plenty. And it's in my budget, it's in my monetary budget, it's in my Smart Points budget, because I plan and I make sure I budget my points for the day and I have enough points to eat that. So off topic a little bit there, sorry. So that is the topic for the week, is swapping out. Just remember, the substitutions you make, you're going to have to continue. So choose wisely, as they say in Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade. Choose wisely. The recipe on the back actually looks really good. Fudge ice cream bar ice box cake. Now this uses the Weight Watchers giant chocolate fudge bars. I honestly don't know if I can get them around me. I can't get a lot of the products, but I'm thinking I could substitute. I know there's other fudge bars that are very low in points. I think the Healthy Choice ones, and maybe even just the regular Popsicle brand ones. But you layer the fudge bars and chocolate graham crackers and Cool Whip. And this calls for banana or strawberries. I'm allergic to raw banana, so I would use strawberries. And then some raspberries or mixed berries for the top. It looks absolutely delicious. And it is 6 points per serving, and it serves 8. And I just might have to make this. The next time I go to the grocery store, I'm gonna see if I can get some kind of fudge bars. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can make this. This looks really good for a dessert. So that is it. This was a lot longer than I intended it to be. So I hope you had a fantastic week. I hope your weigh-in went well. Let me know in the comments below how you did. Let me know if you're struggling. Let me know if you're flying. Let me know what your favorite substitute has been since you started the WW plan. Is it zoodles? Is it ground turkey? Is it light bread, light buns? I don't know. Let me know what your favorite substitute is in the description box, and let me know something that you will not substitute. What is something that you will not give up? You just make it fit, because I'm always anxious to hear that. So have a great day. If you know someone that could benefit from this video, please feel free to share it on your social media. If you haven't already subscribed, I would absolutely love you to hit that subscribe button. It's free. And hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload. I upload several times a week. I do full days of eating, day in the life. On Saturdays, I have been uploading, not WW related, but a Sew With Me Saturday, because I have rediscovered my love of sewing. I have actually a craft video coming out this week, a little craft with me. I made a side table, no tools required, which is kind of cool. I saw it on Pinterest, wasn't my original idea. So that's coming out maybe today. I'm not sure yet, either today or tomorrow. So anyway, I would love to have you as part of my community, and have a fantastic day. And don't forget to eat what you love and love what you eat. Just do it in moderation.